Hello everyone. I've been away for 4 days on a small vacation to see my family in Boston, and it was nice. I haven't seen my parents, my dad, in almost 3 years, so it's nice to catch up with him. There was a Boston Comic Con that was going on at the same time this weekend in Boston, but I decided that I best use those 3.5 days to catch up with my family. All my siblings are in the Boston area, and I have a dozen nieces and nephews to catch up with, and it was a lot of fun. But one other thing that I did while I was away for 4 days was I wanted to stay away from the internet, the cell phone, all that stuff, because I wanted to best utilize my time with my family without any kind of non-essential interruptions. But anyhow, it's good to be back. And one thing I did notice when I get home and log on was I noticed that my subscribers number was over 200. I'd be the first to admit that I don't really pay a lot of attention to subscribers or views, but I can't help seeing those things whenever I log onto my channels to load videos. So I see it. That's how I notice what the numbers are, and certainly if anyone that follow me and watch my videos, you'll notice that a lot of my videos have less than 60 views, or some of them are even like in the 30s or 40s. So trust me, I know there are a small niche of viewers out there, and that's fine. I eternally grateful. Thank you everyone for watching and commenting and putting up with my ramblings on many non-essential topics. But for sure, the last 6.5 months or so has been a lot of fun. Certainly, YouTube has allowed me to share my passion and joy of the hobby with you guys and girls. And one of the things that I realized long ago that I may have mentioned this in other videos, I'm not sure, but for sure, all of us here share one thing in common. That is the love of this medium, comic books. But outside of that, we are vastly different in so many ways. Okay, we like different heroes, we like different writers, we like different artists, we like different genre, we like different decades. So it is expected to not share the same views with the hundreds of people on YouTube. I have no idea how many people are on YouTube. I can only guess that the number of active people on YouTube as far as comic books. By active, I mean they make videos, they comment, they do VCast and all that stuff, are probably in the hundreds. I can only guess because I don't think it's in the thousands. And so on the grand scheme of things, it is this community, this online community, is a very small fraction of the collecting community. there are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of collectors around the country, around the world. So, to have a couple hundred active people on YouTube, sure, I think there are a lot of lurkers, the people that don't really make videos, but they watch. And for sure, I think a lot of my subscribers are lurkers, and I appreciate it, because whenever I get a notice that someone subscribed to me, the very first thing I do is I go and check out if they have a channel or videos, because I like to find out what they are like. It's always interesting to find out who is interested in me, and I hope they have something. And it's kind of weird, maybe not for me but for everybody, but I think a lot of my subscribers are lurkers, because I think at least more than half of the time when I trying to check out the people that subscribe to me, I find people that don't really make any videos. So one of the things that would be great for me is for those viewers that are overseas. I'm very interested in hearing people that are in Russia, Puerto Rico, Brazil, Germany. I love to hear how the people that does not live in the US enjoy this hobby. I'm very curious to see, because it is so easy. We are spoiled in this country to have easy access to so many books. And so I'm always curious to see, to hear from outside collectors how they deal with this hobby, living so far away. One of the few people online that I follow is Spiral.geek, and it's well documented that the cost of shipment to New Zealand is expensive. But I have a lot of subscribers from foreign country that I'm, from Japan to Brazil to Russia, Italy. So I love to hear if any one of the subscribers from those countries are watching this video. Thank you, but I would love to hear. Type in the comments or something how, or send me a private message, however it is that you feel comfortable doing. I'm very curious to see how you collect and how you enjoy this hobby. That being said, one of the things that I want to go back to what I was talking about, how we are so very different, is when I joined this community, I realized that I don't really buy a lot of new books or any new books. So so to make videos, I'm most likely will not going to be doing any new hauls or a new comic book on Wednesday or whatever it is they come out. So for me, joining this community was about trying to carve out my own little niche and trying to talk about, trying to make videos on topics that I enjoy talking about. It could be boring, but I enjoy grading. So thus I make all those grading videos. It is not easy to make them, but it was a lot of fun to make them also, as well as talking about authors and my favorite books and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun for me to be able to go back into my collection, pull out books, and spend some time with them, and then trying to put together some kind of interesting videos on what I like about certain books, certain artists. But that's how I enjoy the hobby. So I whenever I hear people getting sour on the hobby because of some bad experience on YouTube, I definitely want to tell them that there are a lot more to this hobby than YouTube, a lot more. the collecting community is much bigger than YouTube, so don't let any one bad experience here sour your love for comic books. And that's one. The other one is there is a lot of ways to enjoy this hobby without having to spend a lot of money. I noticed that young collectors, from young to seasoned collector, people can easily spend $50 to $100 per month doing new books. That's if that's what you want to do, that's how you want to spend your money. And if you enjoy buying new books, reading new books, why not? I personally prefer to not spend $50 or $100. Heck, even when books was $1.50 and I was pulling 20 books, I thought spending $30 a month on new issue was a little pricey. So I started to I quit buying new books in the early 90s and started to focus more on back issues, and that was a lot of fun. I can have a lot of fun buying just one book a month or two, and to me that was very satisfying. So I want to let the younger collector out there know that there are other ways to enjoy this hobby beside buying new stuff. And certainly try not to focus so much on the monetary value of the books that you buy now, because just about everything I bought in the 90s pretty much in the 50 cents bin these days. Occasionally, some book get hot because there's a character in upcoming movies, but other than that, it's certainly not something that I thought about when I buy books off the rack back in the 80s and 90s. The one thing that I have learned over the years is that sometimes less is more for me. I at one point I had 13,000 books, and it was such a lot of boxes stacked over each other, and I couldn't even remember what was in a lot of those boxes. And it was liberating to be able to sell a lot of those books and then go through box by box to weed out what I really want to keep, and that was a lot of fun. Anyhow, I don't want to rambling on about this video. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, and hopefully you will find the future videos that I made interesting. Since I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest, I don't wake up every day and say, today I'm gonna make a video. I have a lot of books still, and whatever strike my fancy that week, I might decide to shoot on certain topic. But it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun to watch other people's videos, for sure. I certainly have my favorites. I make sure I watch every videos that they put out, because who knows, so it's always something interesting. And I hope to continue to be part of this community, and I definitely hope to hear from the foreign viewers. Let me know how you navigate through this hobby, being so far away from all these goodies. I would go crazy. Personally, I can tell you, if I live in another country and it would cost me an arm and a leg to buy a book or 2 books, I would be so frustrated. I can't imagine what it's like to not have easy access like we do over here in the US. Anyhow, time for me to go. And until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.